Hello, guys. Welcome to another edition of Chronic Pain, the Inner Demon. My name is Raymond Nugent. Thanks for joining me. How are you guys doing today, Monday? I hope everybody's having a splendid Monday. First day of the working week. And I just hope everyone, had a great time over the weekend, spend some time with their friends and family, and back on the grind, you know. And for those who can't be on the grind, I wish you well, just like myself, who are going through, certain issues. But I have to say, before I start, my program, wow, I call it just like other people did, and it really happens. It really happens. Miami, Miami defeated the Lakers last night. A lot of friends said to me that Miami was going to win one game, and I also thought so myself. But after a while, I was a little leery. When I saw the dominance of the Lakers, the game that they played and the way they performed. You know what I mean? So I was a little skeptical, but still, I said Miami was going to win one. So hats off to Miami. And another thing, that gentleman there, Butler, he's amazing. Keep driving to the basket, bro. You can do it. You're doing the right thing. You know what I mean? You're doing the right thing. That's just the way you have to go. Very hungry and straightforward. You know what I mean? And referees, come on. I've seen a few fouls on LeBron James that you guys just let slide. Uh, what's up with that? What's up with that, referees? Let's do the game right. I know Mr. Brown is a star, but hey, you need to get some calls as well when he foul you. Let him, play first fouls just like anybody else when you foul him. You know what I mean? But the game was fun though. With all that said, it was fun. So hello, all my friends in chronic pain. How are you? Hope you guys are doing well. I hope some of you guys find, or most of you guys, or all of you guys, found some way this weekend to alleviate, some of your chronic issues. And, you guys had a better weekend than I am, that I have, absolutely. Of course, I have to, hope people have a better weekend than I have sometimes. So I hope you had a better weekend than I have. My weekend was great, laid back, low key, spent some time doing some research and, sometimes catching up on some stuff, and, I spent a little time on Netflix, watch few new movies, but I can't really get to the series right now because I'm here with you guys, just trying to get things going with my channel as far as um going live and get my hours in and stuff like that. So yeah, so hey, how are you guys? Welcome, nice tuning in. Another live with Ray from the poolside, Chronic Pain Inner Demon. Yeah, so all my friends with chronic pain. I hope you guys found some way to relieve it this weekend and spend some time with your family and friends, and just made it worthwhile. Hey, how are you, SN? Islam, how are you? Nice to see you. Welcome to my chat. You know what I mean? Welcome to my chat. Yeah, there we go. You know what I mean? We support each other. So yeah, man. So guys, I hope you had a great weekend. And for whatever it's worth, just try to make the best of it. Because as you see, we are in a time where there's a lot of turmoil going on. Things are out of whack. So we have to try to do what we can do, just to have some kind of balance, and also have some kind of sense of humor, and just find some time to breathe. You know what I mean? Just find some time to inhale and exhale. Just the right way, because every time you turn around, it's like you get the shorter breath because there's something new, and I know we're very tired of seeing all these things, but we're just like, putting one foot forward and just keep it going because that's all we can do for now, because there's a lot of uncertainties, so hey, we have to do what we have to do. And also there's a lot of false narratives. So, we have to question all these things and, use our discretion. And also stay inquisitive, so we, stay on top of what's going on. Because, I tell you, man, the time we're living in now, it's out of this world, pretty much, because no explanation, you know. So it's out of this world. But let's take it one day at a time. One day at a time, one day at a time. The same thing I tell my friends who are going through chronic pain. Just take it one day at a time. And guys, before I go any further, just remember it's breast cancer month. So anybody know anyone in their family or friends or relatives or co-workers, who are going through struggle with breast cancer. Just give them a ding, give them a hug. You guys go for a walk or something like that. And just enjoy the day. Just remember, it's Breast Cancer Month. Also, liver awareness. And also healthy lung month as well. And also another important one, Down syndrome. So yeah, those are the things that's going on in the month of October, as far as what they're representing, and what people are trying to bring forth to light to more of us, to enlighten more of us. So you could go to some of those channels and see what they have to offer, because hey, how are you, Salam? Yeah, because they know more about those things than I do. So I'm just giving you guys the awareness, and you could seek more information. Okay, so yeah, I'm get back to all my friends. So today I was contemplating if I should do a live or not, but I woke up, I felt good, went to the gym, did my little exercise, and so far so good. So I just said to myself, whenever you're feeling good, do whatever you're contemplating. Just go with your mind. So here I am today, just chilling, trying to do a live with you guys. So I thank all you guys who are in tune to the live, and yeah, guys. So I live with chronic pain. So my platform deals with chronic pain. You know what I mean? So people out there, I'd like to have them chime in so we could share information and how to alleviate certain chronic conditions. Because the last time I checked, just in America alone, there's over 50 million people living with chronic pain, and that stuff, like put a big dent on the workforce, because it does put people out of work. It does cause a very big havoc on the healthcare system, and it also does cause a very big havoc on family as well. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I'm just here to spread the awareness, because I am a candidate of chronic pain. It's not a good thing for me to say all of that, but yeah, I've been living with it now for over 14 years, and so I just wanted to, give back to some people as far as who are going through it. You know what I mean? Some of my regimens that I've been through that helped me, and you know what I mean? So we could carry on our life, because it could take you to a very mental place in your life where, you really don't know how to concentrate. So yeah, so that's what I'm here to help, guys who are ladies as well, who are going through chronic pain. Just let them know that they're not alone, and we could always, stay tuned and inform each other and be aware, be aware of what's going on. You know what I mean? Because the great thing is just information. Because once the information is there and you have it and you can gravitate to it, and it'll help you to propel to the next level. You see what I'm saying? That information will help you to propel to the next level, because it's like confidence. So you gain confidence to move on with your life to the next level. So that's what information does, especially the right information. It gives you confidence to move on. So yes, guys, so I'm here, and you see the pool behind me. That's one of my best friends. I use it to swim and get some exercise. You know, that's a great way to alleviate chronic pain. As far as in my opinion, and also a lot of therapists and doctors. Also, the sun heat, that really helps a lot. The vitamin D, really helps a lot. And the gym inside, where you have all the accessories, you don't have to go crazy. Just some light weights and stuff like that. So all those things come into play, and some natural walking, on flat surface. So all those things come into play to help me to where I'm at today, and also a series of back surgeries and spinal fusions. So all these things come into play that help me. So that's why I have to keep pushing. Because even though I'm talking with you guys, but I have to keep doing it myself as well. You know what I mean? Because I am in that boat where I still have to do it. So it's the same thing that I explained to you guys. Same thing that I have to do, because we all have to live with chronic pain. For all the ones who are living with chronic pain. You know what I'm saying? So we just have to, try to do what we can do, just to try to, enhance our life and have a better quality of life. You know what I'm saying? So today is unscripted. Nothing I, wrote down, or any major research. Like I said, I was contemplating if I should go live or not. But because, it's so easy for me to discuss this, it's just like, a repetition where, I could all, whenever I go over my diary or my journal, and per se, and I saw things that, I didn't really discuss, I could bring forth to, my friends. You know what I mean? So yeah, guys, it's very helpful when you have people that you could talk to. You know what I mean? Especially when you're going through certain issues, and then it becomes chronicle. Like pain, for example, and stress. And there's also other things that could cause you to go in certain moods. So there's people out there to talk to, and especially in this time where you're going to find where there's a lot of stress, hanging around us because of what's going on. And it's just something that we're going to have to deal with for the next couple of years to come, and it's going to also cost the system a lot of money just to get these people back into where they could think straight and logic, makes logical decisions, and just cope with life. Because guys, I tell you, it's not easy today. It's not easy for nobody today. For me, for you, for no one. You see the way things are. You know what I mean? I tell you, this thing is a Jamaican roots. When I went to Jamaica, I think 2 years ago, I got the original um stuff from my stepfather. The organic bush that I boil. So I boil it and I let it sit overnight and simmer down, and then it's a combination of bushes that I boil. A whole bunch of them that I got from him, and like soursop leaf, cheney root, all kind of stuff that he gave me. But this has been sitting in my refrigerator because I keep some of them cool and some of them warm. So this has been sitting in my refrigerator for over 6 months. Nice and fresh. So what I do now, I just tend to sip them because it's pretty much medicine as well. Because this is like herbal medicine that really help. Sometimes even faster than Western medicine. See what I'm saying? So yeah, so this is something that I tried. And they said soursop leaf is good for the nerves. So because I live with nerve condition, so yeah, I try them and they tend to work, and not on a regular basis, but like today I just got up and said, you know what, it's been a while since I have one. So I said I was going to do my live by the pool, so I just walked with one of them bottles, so I should be able to finish it. And I finished this, and I don't need no more for the rest of the week because it cleans you out and it gets you right. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is that this is good enough for the week, and maybe next 2 weeks I might have another one. Who knows? Or maybe another month from now. Yeah, but they're good. Every so often just to cleanse the body. Yeah, so it's a combination of bushes that I brought from Jamaica. Um, I just can't remember all the names, but guys will come back to me. Soursop leaf, cheney root, sarsaparilla, Medina. Some of those type of stuff that even went into medicine as well. But yeah, but it's the organic stuff, you know, and it's very good, man. Very refreshing. No, you don't add nothing to it. You just boil it and just drink it. No sugar, no salt, no preservative, nothing. Just let it stay overnight and simmer, and then the next day you could put some in your refrigerator and keep some at room temperature, and you could drink it whichever way you want to drink it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's refreshing. Very refreshing, guys. Yeah. So yeah, let's get back to you know, what we're talking about before we get carried away, and some natural roots and stuff like that. But there's alternative ways to help, and that's what we're trying to do, because that's why we're here. We're trying to find other ways how to cope with chronic pain, and there's alternative ways apart from just keep sucking down certain medication that really works for one thing and then it wrecks another. See what I'm saying? So we have to try to use alternative ways to help, alleviate pain. Exercise is a big thing. I know it's hard for some of us to exercise because it's difficult. Especially for the elderly, to exercise a certain way. So I know that's pretty critical. But they still recommend, even if you can't do, as what the youngsters do, just go for a walk. Go for a walk. And just try to minimize it. Maybe twice a day, maybe 15 minutes in the morning for the elders, and 15 minutes in the afternoon. All that adds up. So what I'm saying, that's a half hour you do, like for the day. And can you imagine doing that for 5 days? For 5 days, you accumulate a lot of time doing some exercise, and that also helps your body. Because when you're dealing with pain, you also have to make sure that you keep your weight at a certain level because the more weight you put on. Hello, how are you, Amaria? The more weight you put on, the more pain you're going to feel. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Maria. The more weight you put on, the more Maria, I'm sorry, the more weight you put on, the more the pain is going to be more treacherous for us. See what I'm saying? So that's why we have to keep the weight at a certain level so that the pain scale could be minimized. So that's a very important thing for people like us who are going through chronic pain. Yeah, the weight is a big thing because you can't carry that weight on those areas that you're feeling the pain because it makes it a little bit more treacherous for us. Yeah, so that's why they encourage us to do exercise, do walking, any physical therapy, but the thing I haven't had in so long, which I am going to actually make an appointment, massage, because I tell you, I have some good massages doing my course and my series of, getting surgeries and stuff like that, but they help. But they're a little costly, but I'm going to try to find a place where they're more affordable, so I could go at least once a month. So what I'm saying, because that also helps a lot because it loosens up the muscles and it also helps the nerve, move the scar tissues around. Because some of these chronic pain, guys, it occur from, we also have scar tissues from surgeries that we have that, scar tissue just irritate the nerve and it's so very sensitive. So, it's like a light switch. Yes, some of these things are caused also from, scar tissues that was left over from, the surgeries that, we have. Yeah, and like I said, chronic pain could stem from anything. Your knees, your shoulders, your elbow, whatever you use most, and wherever you have certain things happen to where you have to alter your life. A lot of people have hip replacements, and you see sometimes you might not work out the best for them where they may walk a certain way and limp is because of how they feel. Some people have knee replacement, and it doesn't work the way it was supposed to expect it, and you see they live with chronic pain. So yeah, so it's very 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 it's a widespread of collaboration of different type of surgeries and stuff like that that have people have chronic pain in different area of their body. So with all that said, it's not just with the back, the spine. It could be in a part of your body where you have the chronic condition in your ligaments. Yeah, because that makes you deformative. Because what happened, not in a bad way. What I'm trying to say, deformative is like it cut downs on your mobility. It cut downs on your percentage wise as far as how mobile you could be. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, it's an effect on us. And next thing you know, it start bothering us mentally because you have to understand you're used to a certain way of life, and then you have to make certain change. So yeah, sometimes it's hard to make certain change. It is. I tell you one thing, guys. The fastest change I've ever seen in my life was how we have to transit to this kind of life. When this COVID thing came in, that's the fastest change I've ever seen in my life. You see what I'm saying? The transition was so fast. I mean, even now, I'm still amazed because I'm just stuck on what's going on. You know what I mean? But yeah, so but individually, it's not that easy. You know what I mean? So yeah, so the transition in life that we made is also very important because there's a lot of regimen that's important for us that we have to stick with. You know, yeah, it becomes a part of us because it's a daily thing. And the repetition is just like you get up, okay, I have to stretch, and then I go and do some walking, have my coffee, or various things that you do, and then you come back and you just try to relax and just take a shower and let the pain subside to where you could bear it, you know what I mean, and then you just go on with your day, you know what I'm saying, because you're already putting that time that you're supposed to put in on yourself, you know what I mean, you already get those muscles going, you know what I'm saying, and you try to build them and build them so they can become stronger and when they become stronger they also help as well to carry us on. See what I'm saying? And our core muscle is very important for us when it comes down to back and all those things because the tighter our core is, the less pain you're going to feel in your back, because the core it supports the spine as well, when you have this smaller tummy, that the core is support the lower part of the pelvis, you know you know around the tail part of the spine. So that makes it also important. So oh yeah, but there's various exercises that they show us to do reciting the chorus. But I tell you guys, they're not easy. No way, they're not easy. They are not easy, guys. Trust me, they're not easy. So sometimes I'll come up with my own little exercises for my core because I've been cut so many times, front and back, you know, so I can't do sit-ups really, but I have to, improvise, when I'm in the gym to come up with certain things to help my stomach, which is very difficult. But I found a way to work. It's not working as fast as if I could do sit-ups and stuff, but I do understand my situation, so at least, what I'm saying, I could find something that works. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I found something that worked out for me, and it's been working fine for so far. And I tell you, man, that's another part of my life that I have to adapt and say this is another good friend of mine, which is the gym, because it keeps me going. So the swimming pool, the walking track, the gym, all these things keeps me going, and it also keeps the mind sane, because you're not thinking about what can't you do, think about what can I do. You see what I'm saying? And you just find some things to do that could help you to propel and get through your day. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, because it's all about what's up here really, and how you let it control you. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to be able to know that you have to control that. See what I'm saying? And it'll help you in better ways, and also help you to make better decisions. Because this stress thing is not an easy thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been there. I've been there, guys. Oh yeah. I've been through that stress thing, so I know it's not easy. And it's not. I'm not saying it's over for me because of the situation. Sometimes, who knows? 'Cause nature might take its course and the weather change, and I'm back to certain areas where I can't move around. So yes, I'm a human being, just like I'm telling you guys. Oh yeah, it'll come on. You know what I mean? It's a part of life. But guess what? I try not to let it control me because when I get to those moods, I'll go listen to music, or I'll take a walk, or I'll either come to the gym, or I'll, watch a movie that, have some kind of action, nothing with too much sorrow, because I don't want nothing to add to my stress. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I just try to, break it down, in ways I can, and it really works, because if I let it, carry on, then my day won't be productive. You see what I'm saying? I'll let it control my day. So I can't allow that. See what I'm saying? So that's why I try not to, you know, thanks to God, but I try not to find myself in those areas anymore because they're very difficult to get out of, especially if you're so sunk in. Because there's also a thing that you call chronic stress. Chronic stress is a hell of a thing because to get away from chronic stress, I tell you, there's a lot of different steps that you have to take. Which I can't talk much about that because I'm not a psychologist, but I've been going to a psychologist for over 14 years. So I guess, the things that I learned from them, you know what I'm saying? I could pass it on. But, I'm, it's going to be out there clear, Ray is not a psychologist, I just been going through chronic pain for over 14 years. And I can just tell from what my experiences and what I was also told by my doctors and things that I learned on the way I could share with people. Because I tell you, like I said, information is key. Information is key, guys, because and it could also cost us less. It could cost us less, people. Just remember, you have the right information, it could cost you less. You see what I'm saying? Oh yeah, absolutely. It could cost you to spend less money because you are more informed of what directions to take and what steps and what measures. See what I'm saying? So the information is key, And I find that, it's like a big substance when it comes on to like, people that are going to have, any kind of major procedure done. I think, you should try to seek as much information as you can in regards to the procedure. And also, even the surgeons as well. Just get some different referrals and, ask questions about, is this guy, what do you think about him? You know what I mean? Because you have to remember, it's your body. So what I'm saying, not his. Yes, he's getting a paycheck, but it's your body. So whatever has been done to you, if it's not done right, then you have to be the one to be stuck with it. So what I'm saying? So that's why we have to stay informed and also do some research because that'll help us to make better decisions. So what I'm saying? Oh yeah, it'll help us to make better decisions. So what I'm saying? And that, by itself, it's like a home run. Yeah, that by itself is like a home run. Because you know what quality um, decisions to make. You know, and those decisions could also help save lives and save your life as well. So oh yeah, so that's why it's good to check into who's doing any kind of major stuff with your body. You know what I mean? Make sure these people are I'm sure they're certified or whatever, but make sure that they're coming to you highly recommended. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, make sure they're coming to you highly recommended. So you won't have certain issues. And whatever you paid to get done correctly, and everything works out well. But with all that said, the spine is very tedious to work with. Just listen to surgeons and hear how they talk. It's very very tedious to work with. Because what I learned over the years, even when you're trying to get it, to be where it's supposed to be, it also depends on the person's age, um, their BMI, your body mass index, and a lot of little things, how fit you are, stuff like that. And so age play a factor. Um, yeah, so there's a lot of things that plays a factor. So that's why we have to try to keep ourselves in control because God forbid if we have to go through any of these things, we need our body to bring her back, bounce us back. So when I realized some of these things, it wasn't too late for me because I always keep myself in good shape. You know what I'm saying? Even before I have surgery, I was always a person that keep myself in good shape. You know, but I just couldn't imagine that I just couldn't imagine that I person that try to keep myself physical, play tennis, you know, ride my bike, walk in the park. You know what I mean? I was never a basketball player because I used to suck at basketball. Football, suck at football too. So as big as I am, I like tennis and I also like cycling. Those are my two favorite sports, and that I enjoy, throughout my life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So those things kind of help me to where I'm at today because even though I'm in chronic pain, I think my fitness, while I went through my tragedy, kind of helped me to where I'm at today, mentally and physically. What I'm saying, mentally and physically. That's how much it helps me because I had the mind of somebody that's like to go out and try to do exercise and all those things before I was injured. So oh yeah, so that helped me mentally and physically because I carry on that throughout my journey. You know what I mean? As far as trying to rehabilitate, and stuff like that. So that really really helps me a lot, guys. So if you're a person that always into that area where you stay fit, and you stay in your toes, that'll help you just in case you get into any kind of anything. God forbid, helps a lot because it helps me for sure. Yeah, it helps me for sure. Mentally, physically. Because sometimes when I used to be in cold weather up in New Jersey, and you know, I know I have to do some stuff to keep myself mobile. I have to actually force myself. So what I used to do, I found out what the elderly used to do, in the cold weather. Thank you very much for coming in. Thank you very much for coming in, guys. Thank you very much. Chronic Pain in the game and Raymond Newsom coming to you live. So what I found out, what the elderly do is they go to the mall because the mall open at six in the morning. So not the stores though, just the mall itself. And the elderlies, they go to the mall and they go indoors and they walk. So I found out that's what they do, and I was like, wow. So I got up, and the first week or so, I might hit or miss, a couple of days, but I was just so amazed to see that, mall is open and I could go walking. So I started that routine, and I tell you that helped me so much as well because I found a place where I see people like myself, moving around trying to make a better life for themselves. And I tell you that encouraged me a lot, a lot. So what I used to do, I used to just make sure I make it a point of duty is to go out there, if it's even 5 days a week, and go walk inside the mall, whenever it's snowy or whenever the weather is like treacherous. Mall helps me a lot as well. So guys, you have a mall next to you that open early in the morning, that could also help. And do some indoor walking, wherever you are if the weather, it's not in your favor. See what I'm saying? Yeah. So check out, see when your mall is open, not the stores, the mall itself. where you could go walking because I think that's provided for the elderly, where they can go walking in the morning. So quite frankly, check it out because quite frankly, I might find where that happens. You know what I mean? So yeah, check that out as well. I know it's tough to get up and keep moving around in cold weather. That's why I relocate because this is what really helps me. See what I'm saying? It's a big part of my, quality of life that I live now. Because it really helps me a lot. And it was a big recommendation from one of my surgeons. And I tell you, it didn't fail. It hit it right on the nail. Because he said to me, Raymond, there's only one thing that's going to help you. You move to Arizona. You know, but guess what happened? I never even been to Arizona. And it was like so far away from New Jersey. I said, no way. So that's why, my choice of being in Florida, I think was the best one for me. You know what I mean? Because I really enjoyed it so much that, it's just, I really enjoyed it. You know what I mean? Because the weather works in my favor. And, like I said, well, some of you guys might not know, but I was born in so, it's very convenient, in a lot of different ways, and I like it. You know what I'm saying? So anybody out there who's trying to find somewhere warm where they're going through all the chronic issues and they don't know where to go, um, check out Florida as well because Florida is one of the highest, biggest retirement place now in America. But it's not just only for retirees because you have a lot of job cuts in Florida because we live in a tourism area. You know what I mean? So they're getting killed when it comes down to you know finance. You know what I mean? They're getting killed because a lot of people here depend on tourism. A lot of companies, a lot of hotels, yeah, and also the theme parks. You know what I mean? Yeah, so they're getting killed with that. So hopefully something will work out, with them. But at the same time, yeah, or that's sure or God knows what. But hey, let's stay put right now, right? Right, family? Right, guys? If you agree with me, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, let me know. But still, comment down below. Let me know. Stay put right now, or we should still, going out like we don't care, right? I'm not saying we can't go very proud. We have to try to avoid it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what proud because you don't know what can happen. You know what I'm saying? You don't. So, hey, you can't see this. You know what? Stay away. See no evil, hear no evil. So stay away from this thing. Stay amongst your family and try to stay safe. And that's all we can do. And whenever we go out, we try to protect ourselves by, wearing a mask that's required. I'm trying to be distant. You know, that's all we can do. You know what I mean? For now, anyway. You know. Yeah, man. So, guys, once again, thank you very much for tuning into the live. Thank you for being here with me. It's a nice day out here in Florida today. Very nice day. It's not muggy. It's um uh, about 79 degrees or 80. Nice day out here. Nice day. This is how I like it. The wind is just nice and nice and cold. You know what I mean? So yeah. I thank God for that. Seriously, I tell you, this time up north, I would have been like so isolated because of the weather. Yeah, I didn't feel like numerous years. I thought I could really, make it last, but boy, it tore me up. You know what I mean? So this was my I tell you, coming to Florida, where because your mind is at peace, at rest, on also in a place where you want to be. It helps you focus even better. And focus on a great topic. My daughter graduated. Yeah, it helps me in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? A lot of ways. I'm closer to my son. I could visit him. So yeah, it helps me in a lot of ways. And also my other granddaughter, Ariel. I could also visit her as well. So yeah, it helps me in a lot of ways. Guys, it's just that the adjustment that we have to make. That's the hard part. Because past things for a little while because move away from your friends, family, stuff like that. So, of course you're going to procrastinate because it's a very hard choice to make. You see what I'm saying? And when I had to make that choice, I tell you, it wasn't easy because it's a family choice, and it wasn't easy to make that choice. See what I'm saying? But guess what happened though, guys? I found that out to be worked out in my favor, and I said, thank God. See what I'm saying? Oh yeah, thank God. Because sometimes we make certain choices and they don't work out that well. There's a lot of hurdles, there's a lot of hiccups. You know what I'm saying? So with this one, at least I got it right. This one I got it right. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I am glad that I got it right this time. That's what I'm saying. So where I could live my life, I could focus. And also meet great people like you guys and great friends. People in the chat room. And carry on our life. Because there's a lot of people right now that are living with chronic conditions all around the world. That's what I'm saying. Because I'm talking guys worldwide. So yeah, a lot of people. So you never know who might could help. You know what I mean? So that's why we have to continue this journey, and this platform is very important to me. So that's why I try to come to you with the best content I can come to you with. Because, what we're talking about is a serious epidemic, especially in America of chronic pain, you know. So we have to find some way how to alleviate that, or try to cut it down or minimize number of people. Because, like I said earlier, it put a big dent on the healthcare system, okay, and also the workforce. So it kind of like keep production in my prospect, keep production, and all those things down because you don't really have that much people to what you really need to get done. See what I'm saying? So yeah, there's a lot of people are losing um, from the workforce because of chronic pain. And I spoke in other videos. There's a lot of ways that because the way things are happening right now, it's not the way things happened before. Because used to have people advocate for certain things that are very important to us, and now we really don't see it that much. Because I mentioned earlier in a couple of videos, stem cell research is very important to a person like myself, and maybe you, maybe your grandparent, or maybe your grandfather, your aunt, or whoever is going through chronic issues. Because what happens when you reach a certain age, it's not easy to generate nerves. So stem cell, from the embryo, would help regenerate nerves and put you back, in a mobile place where you could be more productive. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys remember Christopher Reeve when he was doing the research, Christopher Reeve, Superman, when he was paralyzed from like a horse, and he went to Washington to lobby for the stem cell research, and I think George Bush had started the program, if I'm not mistaken. I think he had started the program, or maybe he had shut it down. I don't know. I think he had started, then he shut it down. And I think President Obama went and picked it up, and I think he got shut down. And I didn't hear nothing more about stem cell, right? So finally, when I came to Florida, I started seeing commercial about stem cell, you know, uh, surgeons and those surgical areas where you can go and get it done. Privatized now, but it's also astronomical. So if the government, did their research and put a cap on the stem cell research, then you wouldn't have people out there just making up their own prices just to get people like myself, or maybe yourself or your grandparents, just to alleviate some pain. That's what I'm saying. Because if you had went through the government system, through the CDC, how the way they captains or what, you know what I mean. But like anything else, medication is like one of the biggest markets around the world. So it is what it is for going on that because it sucks. That's all I got to say on that one. I don't want to get too too much deep into that. I don't want to get carried away with that. That's just yeah. So guys, whoever is living in chronic pain, man, I feel you. So just try to find something to do that is positive and will help you, to propel through your day, or through the night. Because I have sleepless night before where I have to walk around the house because of chronic condition. And I'm sure you have always have to find ways, how to even try to get out of that funk. You know what I mean? But sometimes for me, I used to remember when I used to get up like at 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, because after a while the body hurts so much, just wakes you up, the pain wakes you up, and you're up and you're trying to trying to let this thing subside so you go back to sleep, and it just take control of you. Yeah. But yeah, I've been to some of those places, man, and I'm like, wow, when is it going to stop? When is it going to end? I still have those days, but not as often as I used to, especially when overcast is here. Like a couple of days before it rains, then I really feel it. Like it's pretty at a high rate. And when the rain comes, it just like simmer, 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 simmer. So yeah, I'm pretty much accustomed to that now, on that way, on the way of living with this kind of atmosphere because I know the pain doesn't linger for too long. It comes on, and I mean the chronic part of the pain. That's really, really chronic. I stay in pain 24 hours a day. But what I'm trying to say is that extra part of it that cripple you when you can't even go to the gym or can't walk that much or you just can't drive your vehicle. You know what I mean? So yeah, you have those, and then those are the ones that I call the big one because the ones that you live with is the one that you live with because you're living with that. But when you get that extra one, it's like it's just like kind of knock you out. It's like you get a knockout punch and trying to figure out a way how to get back up. Just trying to walk your way back up. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I learned that it's not permanent. So that's why I don't let it bother me like it used to. Yes, it used to bother me. It doesn't, human being. Of course, it's going to bother me. It used to bother me, of course. But I learned. It took a long time, guys. It took a long time for me. But yeah, I learned. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm here today as a testimony. So telling any one of my friends out there who are going through chronic pain that listen, man, it ain't the end of the road. It's not the end of the road, okay? Not. There's a lot of people like you and me, okay? So let's work together, each one teach one, and let's just share information of how we could, try to alleviate and live a better quality of life with family and friends. You know what I mean? That's all we could do. Oh yeah, and that's why these platforms are very important. For us, so for others. You know what I'm saying? I think we should see more of these kind of platforms where people are out there, outspoken about the tragedy that they've been through and how they're trying to see others was been through it or were going through it, how they could help them in their way so they won't fall into any kind of depression because that by itself is just like added to what you're going through and it could make your rehabilitation even worse. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not focusing. I mean, so yeah, so, we have to curb these things, as soon as they try to come on to us because some of these things could become chronic. If you have chronic depression, and chronic depression is something hard to deal with, especially for people who like therapists and all those people, because you know, you try to talk to the person, but how much you absorb and try to learn. You know, I think anyone who are going through anything like that should really seek therapists, some kind of therapy or whatever. It helps because when you can talk and just release that tension. Helps you to feels like a freedom where a load comes off of you. So that is very important, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, so if you're going through any kind of chronic condition, where you think you need to talk to, I recommend see a therapist, a licensed therapist. You know, because they could do lot of good for you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of good for you. I mean, in the meantime, I'm sure you're going to try to, do what you have to do to help you with your pain as far as seeing the doctors, therapy, physical therapy. Yeah, but I'm just talking about the aftermath, the way we have to live with. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's the part where that we need to like grasp because a lot of people, um, we're even losing people from chronic pain, believe it or not, taking their own lives because they can't bear it. That's how hard it is, you know. We're even losing people by taking their own lives, and that's why we're encouraging people that listen, we're not alone, or you're not alone. You know what I'm saying? You're not alone. It's tough, and I know everybody will have the same pain scale, but you're not alone. So there's a lot of things that you could do. Because personally, I remember when I told one of my surgeons I was going to get a shotgun and blow off one of my legs. That's how bad they hurt. I told him that. Yeah, I said, I'm going to get a shotgun when I go home. I'm going to blow off my legs. That's how bad they hurt. If you look into some of my videos, you will see it. How I explained that. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what happened? After that day, he sent me to see a psychiatrist, right? And I tell you, really was a big help for me. Big help. Um, Maybe that's what helped me to be here today and give me, encouragement and strength, to be able to talk to you guys. Because I was never a person that used to talk about my issues like that. Because sometimes you guys know, guys don't want to talk about. You know what I mean, especially I wasn't one of those ones that talk about my condition because I just leave it like it is. I try to bear it and just keep moving. But it wasn't the best thing to do because I was always tense, and when you're tense and um, keep your body locked, it's going to make the pain a little bit more. You know, um, it's going to escalate the pain scale. So you just have to relax yourself. And do proper breathing. So breathing help you to alleviate certain pain as well. So proper breathing. You have to watch that. The way you tense yourself up. Just relax yourself. Those are things that I learned from psychologists. It's just how to relax myself. Because especially when you have surgery in a certain part of your body, tend to like tense up because you're trying to protect that area. It's human nature. It is human, but they're trying to tell us not to try to practice that. You know, and yeah, I'm trying, but sometimes I do, try. I do get into that defensive mode. I'm trying because we're all human. So trial and errors. In certain things that we have to do. Yeah, until we get it, I'm 100%. But yeah, it happens to me, and I try my best. But hey, like I said, I'm a human being, guys. So yeah, man. So chronic pain is whenever you are diagnosed with, something that gives you something that you think about for a very long time. Because you have to say to yourself, how could this be a lifetime way of living? Like how could this be it? Because you find yourself in disbelief. Um, because you don't think that was like humanly possible. Especially me. I didn't think it was humanly possible until I started to get the education that I need on chronic pain, as far as from my surgeons, psychologists, other doctors, my internal medicine doctor, and also doing my own research. That's when I realized that this thing happened to a lot of people, and you know, just like it's like a nightmare. You know what I mean? Yeah, because it's like you lost the body that you used to have, and you're trying to fight your way back to that body, but there's no way to catch up to it. You know what I mean? There's no way to catch up, and that's just pretty much how I could explain it to you guys. So I'm saying, yeah, there's no way to catch up to it. That's why I said we just have to keep it going on a daily basis. Things that we could do, small ways, more influence, the walk, a little walk. So if you guys can do sit up, then that's fine. I know I can't do other things. You go to the gym and you go hang out, lift some light weights, or use some of those stretch cards. But they do work, because I use them to stretch in the mornings. They work, you know. Yeah. But the hardest thing for me is to tighten my core. And the reason why my core is so hard to be tight because I was cut in front as well. Because they had to build a wall, for my spine. Well, you guys know my spine is rebuilt, but they had to cut the front as well. That was the last surgery I had where they had to put the front, move my intestine, and build the wall where they put the two cages. Uh, two plates. I'm sorry, one on each side, and I put the cage here, and then the cadaver, stuff like that. Yeah, so I'm all screwed up, guys. Literally, I'm all screwed up. That's what they told me. You know, in recovery after a day later, one of my surgeons came to me and said, "Mr. Joseph, you're all screwed up, my man." So said, so done. Yeah, that was true. That's what he said. I was like, whoa. So for real, doc? He said, yep. But he said, you should be good, you know. And it did really happen to a point where I'm at today. You know, because I tell you, before he did that surgery, the last surgery on the guys, I couldn't live with what I was feeling. It was tough. It was just hard to live with that. It was just too much. Can't even get no sleep at all. It was just too much. You know what I mean? So yeah, hats off to the surgeon that really helped me where I'm at today. That's what I'm saying. Because I'm here today and I'm a true testament of what I've been through and also what I could give back and help when it comes on to what I learned throughout my course, going through chronic pain and still going through it. And also the series of surgeries and spinal fusions that I have. So, we could just share information, each one teach one, and just be yourself on this channel, guys. That's how we are. We just come on and try to share what we know as far as chronic pain is concerned, and also current stuff because I like to give current stuff as well. Not just I don't want to come on every time and just hammer you with chronic conditions. But because it's the platform, some days I have to stay on board and give you a full program, on chronic pain. Because I do have my listeners, the elderly, that listen to me. So I have to, make sure I keep them in tune. And as far as their exercise is concerned, I have to keep motivating them. You know what I'm saying, guys? So that's why sometimes I have to keep hammering this because I have to keep them motivated so they can go to the Y and do their little swimming, and they could go to the mall, do a little walking, and just let them, stay free. You know what I mean? They deserve it. So yeah. So that's one of the reasons why sometimes I have to hit home with that one because there's a lot of people like myself. 50 million people in America. That was the last survey that they gave. 50 million people. You know what I'm saying? Jamaica don't even have 5 million people. You put like a couple of the Caribbean, you're talking about you have to put a whole bunch of Caribbean islands together to get 50 million people. And that's how much people in America live with chronic pain. That's a staggering number to me. You know what I'm saying? Very staggering number, you know? And then it also put a big dent on the healthcare system like I spoke about. Oh yeah. So it's humongous, you know? Humongous in numbers, and also humongous finance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So guys, all we could do one foot forward and do our best and also make the right decisions. The ones that you go out and get your second opinion or your third opinion if needed before you go out and do what you think, is right for you to get over certain chronic conditions. Because it's tough, you know, it's tough. I mean, it's not easy. Tough journey, tough life, tough way to live. But hey, at least we're still alive. We're still breathing, you know, and one foot forward. That's my thing. And each one teach one. We just each other, motivate each other, and I think we could could carry on and could live, as long as we can live. That's what I'm saying. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So when you find out that you're really not alone, it kind of motivates you, especially me. It motivates me, to keep carrying on. You know, yeah, because I'm out of that stage where I'm alone in this thing. So I'm saying, yeah, I'm out of that stage. So I'm in that survival mood now, you know, or the survival way of living now. And yeah, because I can, because a lot of people also get stuck in the bed from chronic pain and don't move around, and that could also lead to paralysis. There's a lot of things that could happen if you don't try to move around. Because if you don't try to move around, then it can lead to paralysis, and that's another big one. So that's why we have to stay active. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, that's why we have to stay active. We want these to be or else it was into paralysis. So it's very important to stay active, especially even if you have surgery on your back, spinal fusions. You might can't do the same thing you used to do, but try it. Trust me. Try to swim if you can swim. Try to walk if you can walk. You know, because those two things I think will help you if you can't go to a gym. If you can swim, swim. You can walk, walk. You know what I mean? If it's provided for you to swim. You know, the YMC in a lot of areas in the cold area, they have a nice pool. So guys, that's another thing you can do. Join the YMC. We're living in the cold weather, so you could go swimming in the mornings. You know what I mean? That you could do, or you could also go to the mall and do your indoor walking, and that will also help you to alleviate some of the morning pain that you wake up, just put you back in a certain mood where you could carry on your day. Those two things, and also your stretches as well. And they'll help. You know what I mean? And just take it day by day, because it's a tough road, you know, and like I said, it's a tough life to live, tough on the family as well. But at the same time, just do our best, and just keep hope alive, and just stay positive. And pretty much that's all we can do. Pretty much that's all we can do. I really, really want to thank all my people coming to the live. Stay with me. Anne-Marie, appreciate that. Ayan, I appreciate that. Saying Ayan, appreciate that as well. So yeah, I appreciate that. Islam, appreciate that as well. And all the other ones, that stick it out with me today in my life. You know, all the other ones tune in, around the world. I also appreciate your time. Once again, it's Raymond Nugent, Chronic Pain, the Inner Demon. That's my channel. And, go live, talk about chronic pain, talk about current events, and, talk about, life in general, and how we could help each other, you know, as far as sharing information, and how we could, grasp and move on. Because right now we're living in a big transition, so we have to learn how to live in this transition. Just keep the faith, you know. That's all we could do. Just learn how to live in this transition, keep the faith, and keep hope alive. And with all that said, I think we could do well. I think we'll come out well. See what I'm saying? Oh yeah. So we have to believe, and I have, I'm very optimistic. I'm always an optimist, so I know we're gonna be okay. You know, it's just time. Time is the master of everything. Time is the master of everything. You know, that's what I always say. Time is the master of everything. That's why I don't really rush to anything. Just do it at a moderate pace. Take time as it's supposed to be taken, because none of us can control time. None of us can stop time. So I just go with the flow. You know? Oh, I tell you guys, I hope this can help me. Because oh my god, drink it tastes like bark of a tree and all that stuff, but it's supposed to be pretty good. So stepfather gave me all the recipes and all the stuff to bring up. Hopefully, like I said, it helps me out this week and at my system. Because once in a while, I like to cleanse my system. So these are herbal stuff that's supposed to work. So I'm gonna try. Hey, it's organic. It's natural bush for real. I brought them from the Caribbean about a year and a half ago. They little quail now, dried up, but I have them in plastic tucked away. So he said they're still good. So I boiled, and like I said, I let it simmer. So yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. You could put molasses in there. You want to put something to give it a little bit of sweetness. Yeah, put a little molasses or a little bit of honey. Just to change the flavor. No sugar. No sugar. No, nothing else. Natural. Yeah, we should be good to go. The goal was to finish it by the end of the show, and I accomplished that goal. You see, just by not focusing on it, because I know it's not that taste is not the greatest. It's refreshing, but it's okay. But by not focusing on it, I accomplished the goal. You know what I mean? So my goal was to finish it before my life is finished. Actually, by the time I finished my life, and I came to the end of I'm at the end of my show right now. Um, I really want to thank all you guys, for coming in and staying with me. I appreciate the love, and I'll see you in your life. And I also, will support you the same way you support me as well. So once again, guys, just remember, each one teach one, and like I always say before I go, peace.